Japan has a deeply rooted and amazing culture, tradition, religion, and history. And it also has incredible cities that will fascinate you. Among them, you will be able to visit the most populous city in the world. Do you know which one it is? In Japan, you will get lost among temples, castles, and neon lights. Here is a look at the best cities in Japan that will leave you speechless. Number 10. Kobe. To start off this list, Kobe is world famous for its type of meat. For many, the best in the world. I dare to say that this is an ideal gastronomic destination for your palate. Of course, if you want to try it, go prepare your wallet. But meat is not the only thing Kobe has to offer. You can also visit historic temples, although its fort is its modern port. You can climb the Kobe Harbor Tower during the sunset to enjoy 360-degree panoramic views. The city is between the sea and the Rokko Mountains, so it's worth going up to hallucinate with the views. You can even climb this mountain and take a quiet walk and get closer to the Nunobiki Falls. Another attraction in the city. Kobe has a port and a beautiful Wheel of Fortune that gives it a very nice touch. You won't get bored in Kobe. Number 9. Yokohama. Yokohama is the second most populous city in Japan. Did you know that Yokohama was rebuilt twice in the last 100 years? The first time was in 1923 after the Kanto earthquake, and the second after the bombings of World War II. So the city is the ideal place to get to know Japanese culture, some history, and much more. You can't miss the Sankian Garden. You will feel that you travel back in time because it will remind you of the oldest gardens in the Japanese country. Another attraction of the city is Tempozan's Wheel of Fortune. At night, it lights up and becomes a show for everyone. In addition, in certain seasons, Yokohama offers beautiful fireworks shows. The entire city will be illuminated with many colors. And something that impressed us a lot was Yokohama's Chinatown. Its picturesque streets and its incredible street food will transport you to the Asian giant. Number 8. Kamakura. During your itinerary through the country, you can't miss Kamakura, one of the best cities in Japan. Kamakura is famous for hosting the Great Buddha. At more than 13 meters high, it is the second largest Buddha statue in Japan. The statue was cast in 1252 and was originally located inside a large hall of the temple. But after the typhoons and tsunamis that hit the temple buildings in the 14th and 15th centuries, they decided to move them outdoors. In addition, in Kamakura, there are many historical sites to visit. You can choose from the temples and sanctuaries that are scattered in this city that are more than 800 years old. Kamakura is the favorite place of the inhabitants of Tokyo to escape the hustle and bustle of the capital. Number 7. Hakone. The small town of Hakone is known for being surrounded by nature, waterways, and hot springs. This is the perfect place for unparalleled views of Mount Fuji. The highlight of the city is Lake Ashi, formed on a crater. You will see several boats passing through its waters. In addition, it is surrounded by beautiful mountains, which complement the bright color of its water. Another great attraction is the Hakone Open Air Museum, which has a large collection of creative works of art. Visiting Hakone is one of the best excursions from Tokyo you can do, so you can't miss it. Number 6. Nagoya. The fourth most important city in Japan has a lot to offer. Nagoya has a huge mix of things to do. From getting into the car industry to enjoying the relics of its past, such as the Nagoya Castle. This famous castle dates from 1525, although unfortunately, in 1945, the city was bombed and the castle and most of its objects were burned. The reconstruction ended in 1959, and they managed to save some paintings that are exhibited there today. It is a historic and exquisite place to see in Nagoya. If you like the world of automotive, you must know that this city is home to brands such as Lexus, Mitsubishi, and Toyota. The latter even has 3 museums to show Toyota's activity and history. You will be amazed by the technology. Another outstanding attraction is the Nagoya Television Tower. The best thing is to see how it lights up at night. In addition, you can go up to the viewpoint to see incredible views of the city and the mountains that surround it. Number 5. Nara. Nara is less than an hour from Kyoto and Osaka. The most famous site in the city is Nara Park, where thousands of beautiful and friendly deer roam freely. They will even get very close to you. but it is better not to bother them, because these animals are considered a national treasure. Just admire the beauty of these deer. Another place you should visit is Todaiji, the great Buddhist temple of Nara, which is located right in the city. This temple is one of the largest in the area. What stands out the most is the largest bronze statue of Buddha. 15 meters high, it will leave you speechless. Nara is a small town where you can find beautiful cherry blossoms, peaceful Buddhist temples, and sanctuaries surrounded by canals and quiet ponds. The temples and ruins of Nara are part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Since 1998, they form the set called Historical Monuments of Ancient Nara. Number 4. Hiroshima. Surely you've heard of this city. Hiroshima is known worldwide for being the scene of the first atomic bombing in history on August 6, 1945. This sad event occurred during World War II, and the attack was carried out by the US Army, causing devastating consequences for the local population. The city was completely rebuilt after the bombing. If you visit it, you have to go to the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park, an area of memorials about this terrible event. It was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO, and today it is one of the most sacred places to visit in the city. After finding out about the devastating consequences of the atomic bomb, you can visit Hiroshima Castle. It dates from the year 1590 and had to be rebuilt in 1958. Today, it is a museum that presents the city's history before the bomb. It will surprise you at first sight, and you will learn a lot. But also, very close to Hiroshima, is the island of Miyajima. It is famous for its floating torii. You can also climb Mount Misen on a very scenic route and reach the highest part of the island. Number 3. Osaka. Osaka is the third largest city in Japan, only behind Tokyo and Yokohama. It was bombed during World War II, but fortunately quickly rebuilt. Osaka Castle is the main attraction of the city. You will be impressed as you explore it. Something very typical and fun is to get on a gozabuni boat and simply admire the 16th century fortress while sailing on the water. Also, don't forget to walk through the famous Shinsekai district and its peculiar tower. It's a lot of fun. However, the area we liked the most in Osaka was Namba, especially Dotonbori, the heart of the district. Strolling around the canal and hallucinating with all the neon lights, there is something unique. In Osaka, you can also enjoy onsens or thermal baths. Although they look like a spa, they are actually a unique cultural experience that is very worthwhile. Number 2. Kyoto. I thought Kyoto was the most beautiful city in Japan. It has a long list of sites, declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO, in part because it was the capital of Japan between 794 and 1868. Even if you translate its name, it means capital city. Among the main attractions of Kyoto, you can fall in love with the beautiful Byodo-in Temple, which appears on the 10-yen coin, the impressive Nijo Samurai Castle, and the famous Kinkakuji Temple, or Golden Pavilion, that has walls covered with gold plates. If you want to know the nature that this city offers, you can go to the Arashiyama Bamboo Forest. Here, you will have one of the most impressive views of Kyoto. You can't miss it. In addition, at the foot of the sacred mountain of Inari is the most important Shinto sanctuary in the city, the Fushimi Inari Shrine. Here, you can pass under thousands of orange-red doors. They are the icon of Kyoto. As if all this were not enough, you can also visit the Gion district. It is a world-famous place for geishas. Here, you will see them walking through the streets lined with wooden houses. Another great experience is to visit the Ochaya or tea house and try the kaiseki food. Number 1. Tokyo. Tokyo is the capital of Japan and the most populous city in the world. Despite having to rub shoulders with more than 14 million people every day, the Japanese people are very orderly and you will hardly get stressed. Tokyo is a city that mixes the jewels of the past with the modern world and its technology. While you walk through cobbled streets, you can enjoy what's left of the old and historic city. An essential place to visit is the Sensoji Sanctuary, which dates from the year 628 and is the oldest and most important temple in Tokyo. It's an impressive gem of the city. Then there is the Imperial Palace, the permanent residence of the Emperor of Japan. If you want to know the new and technology-filled face of Tokyo, go to Akihabara. It is a very important commercial area in Tokyo. At night, you will be dazzled by the skyscrapers illuminated with neon lights. Pop culture stands out in every corner of the modern area. Did you know that Tokyo is the city that houses the most Michelin-starred restaurants? So, when it comes to talking about food, we can predict that your palate will be delighted wherever you go. Without a doubt, one of the best cities in Japan. You're not going to get bored in Tokyo.